Welcome to Chart Forecaster. I'm Kyle, and you can access this software for $9.99 per month at chartforecaster.com. We'll give you a high-level overview of how this software works and its usefulness in predicting when certain moves are coming in the market. Currently, this is the dashboard, and you can choose from a select amount of cryptocurrencies. Also, you can choose from stocks, indices, things like that. And we've got some metals coming to this as well. For this example, let's just go ahead and use Meta Platforms, Facebook. And we're going to start off with the market movement calculator. Now, this works by simply finding swing high, swing low dates. For example, we can go to this most recent swing low date Meta or Facebook had in November of 2025. Or you could use any of these other ones for that matter. Maybe we'll just use this one here, September 19th, 2025. So we'll go 9/15/2025. Let's make sure we've got that date right. September 19th. Now, the nice thing about this is that the software will do all the heavy lifting, and it will hone in on all these different data points and crunch numbers for you based off this targeted date. I do like to utilize a size 7 step date or step size. 10 is fine too, but 7 is decent. Basically, what that does is it will limit the amount of repeat data you'll see, but it is what it is. Now, there's all sorts of data that pops up here, including this prediction filter. So if you're only focused on common reversal points or let's just say market lows or highs, you can filter out all the other stuff. If you come down to the events chart, what's nice about the events chart is it basically transfers all this information onto a chart, and you can see that it does it quite well. So if you were to measure, let's say we were back in September and it was like September 21st, and we ran these numbers, or maybe it was like October 1st for that matter, or let's just say November 26th. Chart Forecaster basically put on the chart that at this date and time, watch out for volatility, spikes, breakouts, or pauses. And you can see that this color-coded arrow correlates to this color-coded area down here. And really, it does a nice job at predicting the breakouts and volatility. Now, the next thing that it predicted was a momentum peak area. Now, this could mean that price is probably going to stick around this area, or whatever area it is that you're looking at on the charts. But you can see that shortly after there was a spike, and there was some more predictions drawn on the chart by Chart Forecaster. For example, this is an area, this is a market low or high and a common reversal point. So when you think of it in this area, basically on this day, we saw a reversal happen, and it printed a bullish or bearish momentum starting pin very accurately. So we saw the bearish momentum start. So once you saw this and saw the confirmation, you might have a good idea to go short, or to maybe get out of a long position, or whatever. But what's interesting is it did calculate that there was going to be some volatility or a breakout. Now, a breakout can be a breakup or a breakdown. So with that said, we saw the price break down here. Interestingly enough, it did capture that on this date, December 16th, this would be a momentum peak area. Price came up, it slightly dipped, and that was the momentum peak for that area. And really, the interesting part about chartforecaster.com is that it works exceptionally well if you are a pattern based trader. How many of you here see the inverse head and shoulders? That's kind of working. So when you start to use Chart Forecaster with some of this information, well, you'll have some tremendous luck. Chart Forecaster also predicted that this crazy wick here was going to be a reversal point, and that it was going to be a market high or low. So during this trading session, the hour of 9:30, price went way up, and then it reversed exactly on at the point in time that Chart Forecaster thought it would do that. And here again, we have another bullish bearish momentum starts building. This is open to interpretation, right? Because over the next couple of days, we saw that price declined. We had a double confirmation on volatility spiking right here, which Chart Forecaster nailed perfectly. Here was another great spot where Chart Forecaster really identified the momentum peak, and the bottom fell out. Price action then rebounded, and this wick here, Chart Forecaster predicted that this would be a common reversal point and a market high or low area. So with that said, you can see there is a tremendous head and shoulders here. And if you are using Chart Forecaster and can maybe identify in advance that, hey, guess what? We've got the left shoulder, the head. We're seeing that right shoulder build out. Maybe this is the momentum peak area that chartforecaster.com was telling you about. Maybe it's time to go short and fill out that right shoulder. So right now there is some interesting stuff happening. We've got a bullish, bearish momentum starting on January 6th, which is at 1933 UTC time. Now that's very important that you are analyzing this data on a UTC time frame, because what we're seeing here is all on UTC time. This is all UTC time as it says up here. I've got to work this bug out, and this is pretty much in beta testing mode at this point in time. But you can see January 10th, 1550, volatility spiking, and January 14th at 1900 hours will be a momentum peak area. So things to really be on the lookout. Now, there is another intraday calculator that I've built out that works quite nicely as well. We'll just go ahead and switch up to Meta. Actually, I don't have the stocks built into this quite yet, so we'll have to choose a crypto. We'll just go CKB. So with that said, we'll come down here, select CKB. Now what we're really looking for is these swing low, swing highs, but we're also looking for the times. So what I like to do is come over here, get the vertical line, find one of these wicked swing high or swing lows, and really try to nail down that time as best that I can. So it looks like November 28th, 2025 at 7 a.m. So 11/28/2025 at 0700 hours. And let's see what happens. So it did print some pretty crucial dates to be on the lookout for in the future. And this is more for like longer term trading, things like that. And what's interesting about this is that it did print a couple volatility areas to kind of really be on the watch out for. So you can see that the price action was really humming along quite nicely, and then it predicted this crazy volatility event up to a couple hours or within a couple hours, where we saw price shake out, shake down and shake out the bulls and the bears here. So yeah, between this time frame here, we saw some pretty heavy volatility, to say the least, on this chart. Now, like I said, this is going to be one of those charts where it's more of a longer term game. Because here we can see that there's going to be some volatility spikes and some reversal areas at the beginning of February, as noted here. So when this is all paired with, harmonics and pattern traders, like you can be very, very effective at entering and exiting trades based off of this data. So we will be adding some metals. But right now we've got some indices, some stocks on here, and we've got some crypto. This will all be built out as chartforecaster.com grows. And I'm hoping to also add in some pattern recognition stuff that will add patterns and things like that, automatically recognize patterns and things like that on these charts for users. Because a lot of people are new, they're trying to trade. They might not be familiar with all the setups. They might only know a few of them. But that's the quick overview of chartforecaster.com. Like I said, this is $9.99 a month, and it's a Stripe checkout. You can also go the $100 route, where you pay $100 for a year and save $20. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick overview of chartforecaster.com. This is a product of tokentracker.net, which is a very cool trading portfolio that I've developed and is still in development, just like chartforecaster.com. It's also very important to really look over the disclaimer. Because at the end of the day, this isn't 100% bulletproof, and you should really be reconciling with a licensed, legitimate trading consultant or advisor to make your own trades and things like that. Because market volatility is a real thing, and this just is what it is. So it's a prediction tool. It's a tool in a sense where it can help us try to guess where the markets are going at a certain date and time. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have any feedback, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I'm trying to build this UI out as user-friendly as possible. So I will listen to everything users have to say. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you guys in the next video.